Hello there, YouTube land.
Welcome back.
Today we thought we would do a review of one of our favorite Celtic vampire films.
It's one of the few.
Yes, there's not many.
It is one of the few, and it was, it has a scene in it that cracks us both up.
And that would be the amazing Lair the White Worm.
Which, if you haven't seen this one, definitely see it.
It's very odd and unique. It's based on a short story that Bram Stoker wrote about a village that has a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, back in the old days, the term worm, W-Y-R-M, was also an old English term for dragon.
Right.
To explain, and that's why it's called Lair the White Worm.
It's Lair the White Dragon, technically,
Yeah.
but it's a worm.
But where it gets a little funny is that somehow the dragon has acolytes that are vampiric.
Mind you, I think this is one of the scariest set of things that I've seen in Hollywood.
They are
movie.
wicked.
They are wicked long.
They are... I mean, essentially the idea was to make the lady look like a snake.
Yes.
And they did a rather good job. I mean,
Yeah.
the fangs are like really, really friggin' long. We'll put a photo up there. But, I mean, they are some of the coolest looking fangs I've ever seen. I would love to actually have a pair of fangs like that made just for photos. You couldn't talk, ever.
Because the makeup that goes with the fangs is really freaking awesome.
It is. It's like all these like funky blues and everything. Now, granted, there's a little bit of like kind of bad 80s green screen with it. But it's a very odd, fun film because it's totally new vampire stuff. It's not like any other vampire movie I've ever seen.
No, and it stands out. It stands out with the lore. It stands out with still that association of dragon and vampire.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just going acolytes and hand in hand. So
Yeah.
Definitely, you know, is it going to make you jump off the couch and be fearful?
Well, if you're somebody that's bothered by the idea of these giant fangs piercing someone's knee, then yes.
But if not, and you kind of
Then no.
chuckle, kind of like what we do.
Yeah.
You're like, ugh, that sucks.
The reason why I mentioned the knee thing is there's this girl that I know on Facebook. And around Halloween every year, I'll change my profile photo to the lady from Lair the White Worm because it's just like a thing. And every year, this lady will comment like, why did you have to change to that? Every time I see that woman biting that man's knee, I go crazy. It drives me nuts. I have nightmares. And so I find that hilarious.
Because she has this really empathetic response to it. Whereas you and I are like, sucks to be you.
And plus, you know, the logic behind it is that'd have to be some really intense fangs to be actually pierce a kneecap.
To pierce a kneecap, and, you know, that's some intense jaw.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
you know.
Yeah. It's like, hey, you think about that. The anatomy of your kneecap. And then to have the aim for it.
Yes!
It's like, well, what exactly was she going for? Maybe the popliteal artery? I'm not really sure, but...
Instead she just went, and, like, literally bites the guy's knee. I've never seen anything like it.
It's unique in that.
So, if that the idea of having your knee bitten with, like, giant fangs freaks you out, then, yeah, you're probably going to be scared.
But if it doesn't...
Then you're going to get a good chuckle. The other part of it that Tabby and I get a chuckle at, and we'll put, like, it up here, is there's a scene where she hides in a basket and wiggles up out of it like a snake.
I mean, you know, good on her, because she wiggles out like a freaking belly dancer.
Yes!
I mean, the woman's talented.
But the idea that she is hiding in a basket to begin with and comes out like the snake is just so funny.
We have wanted to scare people in this manner.
It would be epic.
But
I mean,
don't
imagine...
know if I could actually get
I
out
don't
of a
think we
basket.
could wiggle like that masterfully. But I mean, imagine you're like you have the basket like in this fancy bathroom or something, and somebody's going to think it's like the towel basket or something. I have no idea. And you wait until they're sitting there doing their business, and then you wiggle up out of there, and they're like, ah! It'd be great.
Now, mind you, this is what's going on in our head.
Yes.
What it happens in actuality is the second
We'd try to wiggle, and we'd fall over in the damn basket. And
fall over.
Well, they might for a different reason, but
Yeah.
not quite for the reason that we intended.
So there you go. There's your humor moment, trying to imagine us getting out of a damn basket.
Yeah.
In some wiggling fashion.
And before anyone asks, no, we're not going to do it on camera, or we're going to try, we will kill ourselves.
I don't want to go back to the hospital.
No, I mean, literally, it would be bad. We would,
Nor do I want to explain to some doctor.
We would knock ourselves out on the floor, I think, and give ourselves a concussion. I think that's where I think that would go.
That'd be a fun ER story.
It would. The whole staff would have a good long chuckle over.
Precisely,
that's a new
how
one.
did you do this? Yeah, that's a new one.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to wiggle out of this basket, you see, and it just did
like they did in the movie, and I fell over and I clunked my head on the floor. So,
there you go.
so comment down below with what the most unique vampire movie is that you've ever watched.
Because we want to know. If we've not seen it, we're definitely watching it.
Yeah, because, us and vampires, like, hey, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I sound like a little gremlin there.
Not to mention, this is what, umpteenth day of quarantine. We're running out of movies.
Yeah, we need more suggestions, please. It's important.
At least on the vampire realm. The rest of it we're not running out of, but...
Yeah. So, until next time. Bye.
Bye.